Talked about a former Dolphins associate head coach and running backs coach. Coach Eric Studesville is a name to watch. First off, let me tell you right now.
Boy, we got tingling.
What a name.
Studsville.
This guy.
Hey, Studs.
Hey, I don't know what he came to do. But I'm going to tell you this right here. Up the middle, this guy pipes.
Oh.
When you're talking about the name Studsville, this guy pipes.
Hey. He's right organization under Ben Johnson, put it on the table.
I tell you what, he's looking for more than 4.5 up the middle. You know what I'm talking about?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Put your Ben Johnson on the table. But Brad Biggs said he's a name to watch for the Chicago Bears vacant running back coach position. This is a gentleman who worked with a coach. Well, he may be a gentleman. That was crazy, but. A coach who worked with the Bears back in 97 through 2000. Through that time, I think we said, what were all the running backs that we said he worked with?
Marshawn Lynch.
Tiki
Barber.
No, just from the Bears.
It
was
Curtis Enis.
James
Allen. It was Allen.
James Allen, Curtis Enis, and was the big,
was
the
another
big
one
dude
we
at the
said.
beginning, the big guy at the beginning.
Rashawn Salam. No, it wasn't Rashawn Salam.
Rashawn Salam was in there. And that was one of the names that we brought up.
A big dude in the very beginning.
James Allen was a part of that.
97.
And James Allen in 2000 had an 1,100-yard season, so a good year there. Curtis Enis, he got the most out of Curtis Enis, 916 yards in that. And then Raymond Harris.
Raymond Harris
was the other one. Had a 1,000-yard, 10-touchdown season in his time here with the Chicago Bears. So with those guys, you got the other names as well that he worked with. Because it doesn't stop there. Then that was the Bears names. Now we get into the real name.
Yes, and that was the Bears name
two
from
that you
98.
all mentioned, we already know, Tiki and Marshawn.
So Tiki Barber, Marshawn Lynch.
I just realized he developed Willis McGahee. 3 times he was a development coach for him.
I told you Denver.
Fred Jackson. No Sean Marino.
No Sean.
Oh,
and
Buffalo.
Ryan Mostert. McGahee, C.J. Anderson.
And Devon A-Chain he's been working with.
He might have worked with C.J. Spiller, too. He turned him into a decent back because he was only a third down back.
He was nice.
Hey, bro. That gets me tingly, bro.
Gives me so tingly.
That gets me tingly, bro.
So tingly.
Because coming from Eric Bieniemy, those are big shoes to fill.
Those are nice.
Those are big shoes to fill. I think that's the thing, right?
Those are Shaq size 22s.
Bro, when I hear that, because what EB did, you have to think about it, right? Like, whether we believed in him or not, I think all of us here were Manung guys.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But before the season started, we were big
guys.
Manung guys. I'm coming from camp every week, and I'm like, listen, this is what this guy is. Here we go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
You still got to develop that. And while I was praising him, while we were being excited about him, you go up to camp, and Eric Bieniemy's like, pick your feet up. Stop running like an old man, you bum.
Yeah.
Like, wow, wait a minute. What are we doing? He's working with this guy. He's teaching him. He's he knows how. And I think this is the thing. Eric Bieniemy did a really good job of knowing how guys ticked. Mm-hmm. Because I saw him be, not to say he wasn't aggressive with everybody. He was. But I saw him go with Kyle Manungai so much harder than everyone else. And I think that's an understanding of, okay, this is what this guy can handle. This is what this guy can handle. And I'm going to get the most out of both of them. He gets the most out of Swifty this year. Oh, yeah. He gets the most out of.
Year.
And listen, remember early on in the season, you saw EB on the side. Early on in the season, we didn't see this version of Swifty that we saw to finish.
No, we didn't.
He was up and down, kind of struggling a little bit. And every time he came to the sideline, EB was in his ear. What are you doing? We got to get it 4.5. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of shoes you got to fill here. And so hearing a name like Studsville coming into the building, Studsville, this guy gets it.
Buddy.
This guy pipes.
Yeah.
Hearing a name like Studsville coming into the building, seeing the names that are listed with him that he has developed, I feel really good about what this running back room could look like moving forward. And potentially, I mean, listen, you want to talk about some of these places, he was there when running backs were selected. When he was there when Marshawn Lynch was drafted. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's got a say in, I want Marshawn. Remember, Marshawn's out of Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a highly touted guy, but it was kind of like
I think Kyle back then was more of a quarterback-friendly organization in college.
Well, it was Aaron Rodgers and Marshawn Lynch.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's crazy that they went to college together. It's kind of crazy to say that. And one's still playing. But, like, you look at that situation and you go, you want the running back from Cal? Yeah, he got something. We got to develop that.
Yeah.
And it's not to say he wasn't balling there, but, you know, there's still more to take that next step to the NFL. So, like,
Willis McGahee.
Y'all know I love
Talk about
Marshawn.
Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber, bro.
That's the biggest one for
and
me
fixed him.
because
He
Tiki.
fixed him.
Yes.
He fixed him.
Thank you. That is the biggest thing because we talked about it. What is it? 2 or 3 years that he was mediocre. Or
Well,
he got
it
put on
just
the bench?
he was behind the back burner. So Tiki first year, rookie year, plays in 12 games, starts 6 of 136 carries, 511 yards, 3 touchdowns,
3.8
1 receiving, 3.8 yards per carry, which is pretty good actually. I'm trying to see he fumbled 3 times. Now Tiki always had fumbling issues throughout his career, but in 2001 or 2. Was it? I think it was 2002.
2001.
Was it 1 he showed up?
He showed up, drop him down to 9.
2001, he starts 9 games. He's got 865 yards. He scores 4 touchdowns. He adds another. Nope, he didn't add another touchdown in there receiving that year. The next year, though, is when you really see Tiki emerge. He becomes the starter 15 out of 16 games, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. He had another. He was getting what was that? Yards per carry. 4.6 yards per carry.
600 yards pass.
Another 600 yards receiving that year. A 1,900 yard season. Then a 1,200 yard season that following year, playing 16 games, only 2 touchdowns, but they went to that 2-back system. Yeah. Year after that, 1,500 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns. He makes the Pro Bowl that year. He's an All-Pro that year. Like. That's the kind of players that we have seen him develop.
On a heater more than he started. Did he retire?
He retired on 1,600 yards.
Yeah, because he was
a way to go out.
No, I think he had some concussion issues back then.
Okay. Concussion, and they won the ring.
Yeah,
they won the championship that final year.
Right. I do remember that.
So listen, like we say all that to say. That's a lot of really good guys to have in your room as a skill on the wall.
That knowledge,
good resume.
That knowledge game is crazy.
And you go from like the old school kind of running back in Tiki to now,
which is great coming from Eric
as well. Like so, you have like periods of it in the NFL where you were dominant in how you developed one running back to another. Like you made A-Chain what he is now. He's a superior running back nowadays. So. I'm all for this one. I didn't know nothing about Studsville, but I'm on the Studs train now.
If you think about it, he worked with so many different kinds of running backs because he had the speed guys, he had some of the power guys, then he had some of the scat back guys. So that means he can coach them all. He can coach them all to the best of their ability.
Fred Taylor was a big back.
So imagine putting because Fred Taylor was more of a bruising back compared to say a Willis McGahee who would hit the edge or A-Chain who now. So you look at a potential for this guy to help Monangai with this in a flat ball catching, pass catching abilities. Yeah. You're looking at Swift be able to hit the hole even further to bounce some of them big runs on the outside that where he was starting to do a little bit more under the enemy. This could potentially break our running back room even further more than it is now. And
you got to think about it. Listen, as much as I think Swifty did really well.
Definitely will.
He balled out this year.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not hating on Swifty.
You give him about $3 million?
Of course. The realistic scenario, and that's kind of where I was going. The realistic scenario moving forward is you need to find money.
Yeah.
And there's an $8 million running back on your roster.
Yeah.
You're probably going to go cheap. So I also need a guy that can identify running
draft.
I also need a guy that can look and go, that's the answer that we need right there. Yeah. We add him into this with Kyle Monangai, we got a great 1-2 punch. Or I'm going to turn Kyle Monangai into a 3-down back, and he's going to catch the football a little bit more. It's funny looking at it. You know Kyle Monangai caught 18 or 27 passes this year?
Yeah, he just dropped the big ones.
It's not terrible.
He just dropped the big ones.
It seemed like
he dropped some big ones.
In the biggest moments, you need to catch that ball.
He dropped some big ones.
You're right. That's
but like I look at that as that's a development situation, not a he can't do it situation.
I could see that. Yeah.
So like I think even just bringing that in, adding that into the conversation, Jesus, people.
Then too, also by the way, one point that you made, even coming over to college, he always ran the ball. Yeah. They didn't need him to catch the ball.
They had no quarterback.
Yeah. So.
It was turn around and get a ball to Kyle. So I just feel like there's a lot of. If that was somebody that the Bears were to bring in, that would be a great get for this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be a get that has experience, that has understand. Has been a head coach. He was a head coach for 4 games in Denver.
Had a little experience.
Little interim action.
Little interim action. Has been an OC at points. And so it's somebody that, and I think this is always the important part for me. And this is why I love what Ben has done. He's somebody that brings play calling. He's somebody that you look at and say, like Mike Holmgren had with Andy Reid and had with John Gruden and all of the guys that went through there that end up becoming head coaches in the NFL and really good head coaches in the NFL.
Yeah.
You're building this tree out of guys that are play callers that, yes, they're trying to develop their game, but at the same time, they're coming up with plays to give you. They're sitting there and they're going, oh, hey, try this with Caleb. See if he likes this. Oh, that's a play that works? Bet we're going to keep that in the repertoire. So that to me, Jesus Christ.
Hey, good.
Jalen Smith just jumped over 9 Lakers.
That was Iowa.
Somebody got punched. Was that Iowa? What just happened over there? Somebody got punched in the face. It's crazy out here in this Bulls game. What's happening right now?
Out. Going out
You
for
ain't
D-Rose.
lying. Look at this. I'm diving. I got it out there. Please.
Doing his best Dennis.
Watch your. Who was that? You need that man in the face.
Jesus.
No, man, but I'm very excited about the possibility of that, and I think that there's a lot of good that he's going to do with this team if he brings him in here. And this was somebody who Ben Johnson worked with the Dolphins as well, so there is that prior relationship. You're starting to see Ben Johnson guys that he's had experience with and a relationship with become available, and that's very exciting as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm all for it. If you're gonna have guys who's gonna leave this 5-star staff, bring more guys that can be 5 stars in here as well. I'm all for the resume of a Studsville.
Speaking of 5 stars, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love